Solder, back with another video. It's been a while. Thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. I truly appreciate it. I had an amazing 20th birthday, and yeah, so thank you. But to the topic of this video is going to be a body piercing story. As you may know, I did a tattoo story video way, probably last year, or probably last year I did it. I had my little flip video and that quality was horrible. So when I get my half sleeve finished, or even if I get a new tattoo, I will just be redoing that whole video and, you know, just re-explaining my tattoos and what they mean and all that yada such. But this video is going to be about my body piercings, from the first piercing that I got to the most recent piercing that I have now, and also piercings that I want to get. So stay tuned. The first piercing that I ever got was my lip. I got my lip pierced back probably over a year or two ago. I'm not exactly sure the date. I think I had to be 17 or 18 years old. So yeah, I don't know. Like that as a first piercing, it wasn't that bad. It was, you know, first of all, I always wanted my lip pierced. I always wanted like a lot of piercings in general since I was little. I pictured myself as an adult with like piercings and tattoos and, you know, and colorful hair. Like that's how I pictured myself, even as a kid, you know. So so now I'm considerably adult. So yeah, but I got my lip pierced. I went to Body Rev out in Mentor. I was freaking out because it was my first like facial piercing. You know, I had my ears pierced, but it was my first like facial piercing, you know. And I got it done. It didn't hurt at all, but it sucked because I couldn't like really eat because I was biting down on the labret and everything like that. But it healed pretty fast, and I had it for a couple months, and then I just got tired of it. I didn't like it anymore. I was like, this is ugly. Like, you know, something clicked in my mind, and I just was like, I don't want this anymore. And now when I see people with lip piercings, I'm kind of just like, ew. Like, I mean, I have known a couple people that, you know, that look really good with their lip pierced or whatever like that, but I just didn't like after like a couple months, I just didn't like how it looked on my face. Like, I just was like, you know, ugh, I don't like this. Like, this is, you know, actually, I had like I planned on getting like snake bites. Never went back to the piercing place to get the other side pierced. I feel like I would have probably got both of my lips pierced, I probably would have kept them for longer than a couple months, but I didn't. So my next piercing that I got was my top nose. I got my top nose pierced. That was probably, even to this day, out of all the piercings that I got, that had to be the most painful, number one most painful piercing. Probably because I have thicker cartilage. My nose is a little, you know, it's a little chub. So that's probably the reason why, but maybe just because it's me. But this piercing was the most painful piercing for me. It was very quick, but it was like one of those like in shock quickness. Like when the guy did it, he just I will post a video of me getting my lip and my nose pierced. I don't have any other videos. I have me getting my spectrum pierced as well. But anyways, got my nose pierced. That was my second piercing. And I love my nose piercing. So yeah. My third / fourth piercing is my belly and my tongue piercing. Me and my friend Ruthie, we decided to go get piercings, 2 piercings on the same day. I got my tongue and my belly pierced. Nose pierced, and I think she got her industrial, which is like in the ear area on the top ear cartilage, and it goes straight through. She got that pierced. My belly, actually I got my tongue done first, and I wanted my tongue pierced for a long time. I would say since I was like 16, 17 years old. I thought it was so cool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so cool, yada yada yada. And a lot of my friends at the time had their tongue pierced or wanted to get their tongue pierced. And at that time I just thought it was really, really cool. But as I gotten older, I think I was probably around this time 18. I just was like, okay, let me just do this. Like, let me get this out of my system. I'm the type of person where I have to get things out of my system, and I finally feel relieved and feel better. So I finally did it, and it didn't hurt at all, but my tongue swelled up immediately, and I sound like Sylvester Stallone. Like, I could not talk, like, because they give you a long, the standard size bar. It's really, really long for the swelling, and I could not talk. And I have a video me of day one. I look at that video and I die of laughter because it's so funny. I could not talk. My tongue was swollen, but it wasn't that bad. I dealt with it. And also the same day I got my belly pierced, and my belly piercing was the worst because I'm an outie. I have an outie belly button. I don't have an innie. My friend was like, it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. And I'm like, all right. I get it pierced. It's like you can feel the needle going through your skin. Like it's painful. It was for me. A lot of people said belly piercings don't hurt, but my belly piercing was utterly painful. It hurt. So yeah, we got that done. We felt like thugs, and we felt, it was pretty cool. Like, wow, we got 2 piercings on the same day. So yeah, it was a pretty cool and fun day. My spectrum piercing, it is hiding as of the moment, but you can kind of see the retainer right there. Yes, I was digging my nose to show you it, but you can understand. But anyways, I got my spectrum pierced, and Ruthie came with me to get that pierced as well. We originally, she was going to get her Medusa pierced, which is the top lip piercing right in the middle. She originally was going to get that pierced, and I was going to get my spectrum pierced, but things didn't work out. So, she was like, Malika, just go get your spectrum pierced, and I'm going to come with you to get it. And I've been wanting this piercing for a couple months at the time. I think I was maybe 19 or 18. I'm not exactly sure. I think I was 18 still at the time. And I was just like, wow, everybody was like, do it, it's gonna look really cute on you, yada yada. So I went to, all my piercings got done at Body Rep except for my dimples and my spectrum. So I went to this body jewelry shop. I have a video of me getting it done as well. But I went to this body tattoo parlor, whatever like that, up the street from my house. They just opened up. It was like the perfect timing. So I went in there and I was like, I want to get my spectrum pierced, because no other place would do it in Cleveland. I was really shocked. No place would do it. I called Body Rep. They said they wouldn't do it. I called Focus. I called all these different body parlor places. Body piercing parlors in Cleveland, which is where I'm located right now. They didn't have it. So I got kind of irritated and frustrated. I really wasn't going to get it. I said, you know what? Forget about it. I don't even want this person anymore. I'm going through the utmost hell. But I'm the person where I kind of just don't give up. So they say, yeah, we do them, yada, yada, yada. The guy, Ben, he does not work there anymore, but I'm so depressed that he does not. He was so sweet and nice and just comforting, while he was doing it. Very comforting. And the funny part about it is he had all these piercings and tattoos, but he was deeply body modified. But on the inside, he was such a nice person, and it calls to show you that don't judge a book by its cover for real. Like, because Ruthie was like, he's scary, oh my gosh, yada yada yada. He had like tattoos on his face, and he had like huge gauges, and even a gauge in his ears, his nose. He had his spectrum stretched, but he was such a good spirit. Like, he was so nice. He gave me a hug afterwards, you know, everything. But sadly, he does not work there anymore. I'm so sad. But back to the story. He did it, and it was so painful, but it was quick, surprisingly. I didn't have no time to react to, you know, in the moment. I didn't have no time. Like, it was like that. My eyes watered up, of course, but and I had the little horseshoe with the two balls at the end. Healing was fine. I mean, healing with my spectrum was pretty easy. Like, this, I would say, out of all my piercings that I have, this was the most like easy healing piercing. I literally didn't do anything with it. Like, I just cleaned it and that's it. Everything. Why I randomly wanted my dimples pierced or my cheek pierced. I don't know why. I have no clue. It just was like a random urge, and I told myself I don't want any more facial piercings, yada yada yada. But I don't have really like a source of inspiration for any of my piercings. But I kind of just was like, I want a new piercing. So I did, you know, a lot of research. I was like, you know, let me get my ears pierced. And I have this thing. I don't like getting my ears pierced. People are so shocked when I say that. Something about ear piercings I just can't do. Like, I just can't do. I have my ears pierced, of course, but ear piercings and gauges I just can't do. Like, I don't. Something about my ears, especially since I make jewelry and I love wearing earrings, I just can't do the gauge thing. I love it on other people, but I just can't do it. And I do want to get like my whole ear just pierced soon. But just the sound of, like, when you get your ears, you can just hear it. That just irks me a little bit. But people are like, so, oh my gosh, you have like piercings everywhere. Why are you, you know? That's just my personal opinion. But anyways, so yeah. I just wanted my cheeks pierced. I was on Tumblr looking at photos of these beautiful girls with their dimples pierced, and I did like hella research on YouTube. I was on YouTube for like 2 weeks, looking up just videos after video of girls with their dimples pierced, them giving their little testimonials and their stories and everything like that, which is what I'm doing now on my channel. So I don't know what it was. So then one day, I just was like, I'm doing it. Like, it was just a thought, and I don't know, it just was something that came over me, and I went on the internet and I called a lot of places, and they did not do dimple piercings. I can see now why, because it's a very, very difficult piercing. In terms of healing, and it can become a lot of complications, and the body, the jury, not the jury, but the piercing parlor does not want to be, you know, responsible for that, even though they do give you a disclosure saying that we're not responsible for any mishaps or whatever like that, which had happened to me. My piercings swelled up and I had to go to the hospital. But long story short, called up a lot of places, and I found one place, and I drove there. First I went to Body Rev, and they told me, I called them for a week, and they knew it was me, and I called them, and they were like, okay, you know, we don't have the jury. What? I've been calling for a week, you know, I drove all the way down here, and where I live, I have to go like out like 30 minutes or hour drive to get my, you know, I have to go far out. It's not no Body Parlor is really close. And then, I mean, for a cheaper price, I go out. I can go in location of Cleveland, but if I go out to like Menor or, you know, someplace like on the west side, it's way more cheaper and reasonable than me coming to like a place locally where it's like $40-$50 for the piercing that I want to get. So anyways, I went there, and they were just like, We don't have the jewelry, so I left. I was like, F y'all, I'm out. I'm mad. I'm pissed. And I went to this other place that I found. And I asked them, and they did it, and it didn't hurt at all. But the healing process, I would say this is the worst healing process I ever went through with the piercing. I would say next to my tongue, and that's it. Like, the healing process was the absolute worst. Worst. My face was swollen. I have videos of, I will post it on the top, probably even in the info box, of me like day 1, day 2, day 3, with my dimple piercings. But after all the hell that I went through the piercings, they're my favorite piercings. I get a lot of compliments on them. I get a lot of questions. People are very curious, like, how did you do that? You know, yada yada yada. Did it hurt? I get, these are the piercings that I get like the most questions on. So yeah, it's not even that. I just love them. They're my favorite. They're like my kids. They're like my little babies. I love them, and I don't plan on them. I don't plan on taking it out anytime soon. I don't think I'm going to get bored with it anytime soon. I get bored easily with a lot of stuff. But yeah, these are my favorite piercings. And yeah.